Let's take a look at how to use Ahrefs. Now, I'm going to show you an example for some local SEO and PPC. So let's say in this example, starting a plumbing company in Phoenix, Arizona, right? I would typically go to Google, type main search terms in, just think of like what's the main, at least for local, like what's the main service you're going to offer and what's the main area you're going to offer those services in. Put that in Google. You're probably going to see some ads show up at the top, which is actually a good sign. It means there's people advertising in your industry making some money. But I'm going to scroll down below the maps listing here. And I'm going to just pull this first organic search result. So I just right click, copy link address. And then all we're going to do is come over to the Site Explorer in Ahrefs. Now, Ahrefs is a paid tool, so you'll need to sign up in order to use it. But once you are signed up and logged in, you can use the Site Explorer to drop in the URL of a competitor's website, click search, and that's going to pull up a bunch of data about this URL specifically. Now, this is the actual plumbing page on their website. If we duplicate this tab, we can actually remove this and check their entire website. And I would probably even remove the www so that it pulls basically everything. Sometimes, well, actually did that. Yeah, so you can see how it goes from 3,300 backlinks to 3,900. So I'm just searching what they call the naked domain, which is just the domain with nothing else associated with it. So this looks a little bit different. If we just check the plumbing page, the URL rating is a 7, the DR is a 43, and these are just custom metrics. If you hover over it, it'll kind of tell you basically the DR is the strength of the backlink profile compared to other websites in the Ahrefs database. And then the AR is just the strength of the target's or the website's backlink profile compared to other websites in the database. So basically these metrics are just formatted slightly differently. This one is 1 to billions, so it's ranked 1,368,000 blah 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 out of billions of websites. Number 1 and 2 and 3 are going to be huge websites like Facebook and sites that have tons of traffic and backlinks and authority. And then the URL rating is this page itself, right? So how many backlinks does this actual page have? And it's on a 100-point scale. So 0 being the lowest, 100 being the highest. So really, it's not that competitive. They have like 518 backlinks from 12 different domains. The page is ranking for 1,000 keywords. It's getting about 1,600 visitors a month in traffic, which is kind of crazy. If they were to pay for all of that traffic on Google Ads, it would cost them about $260,000 a month. And then they are running some search traffic. So they have 67 ads. They're spending about $18,000 a month on the ads to get 1,400 clicks or visitors from 69 different keywords. And we can kind of dive further into this, right? So if we open this up, we can actually take a look at all the backlinks that this page is getting. So we can see that it's these are backlinks going to their plumbing page. And we could export these, analyze them in more detail, and figure out what their strategy is to get backlinks to this page so that it ranks and gets them significant traffic in the plumbing niche in Phoenix, right? And I'm already noticing that it's just coming from a couple different websites. So that's good to know. Of course, we could filter this down and get more specific with things if we wanted to. We could see the referring domains that are sending them those backlinks. So Bing, ABC Directory, EcoWater, and then we can see the domain rating. So the authority of the websites that are sending links, that have links pointing to that page, is good information to know, so we can decide how much power we need to put into this page to outrank them for this keyword. Then we can see the keywords that this page is ranking for. Take a look at the traffic. We can even check the paid keywords and the paid traffic. So this is the organic keywords that they're ranking for with this page here. Looks like they actually have a sub page within the page structure, but it's just like plumbing, plumber Phoenix, water heater repair. And this is, so these terms are getting some decent volume here. And there's keyword difficulty. And again, if you hover over this, it's going to show like 100 is the most difficult, 0 or 1 being the least difficult. So water heater repair, actually not that difficult to rank for, it looks like. But something like plumber Phoenix, going to be a little bit more difficult. Something really broad like plumbing, quite difficult. Of course, you could filter by keyword difficulty. So if we want to find the lower difficulty keywords first and try to rank for those, it's definitely something we could do. We could export this, analyze it. We can also see the cost per click. So emergency plumber in Phoenix is going to be the most expensive, likely because those people are like ready to take action in the moment. They're like, hey, I just need somebody to come out here and fix this issue. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it costs. I need to hire somebody right now. Right? So those are typically going to convert into sales at a really high rate, which means the value. Basically, people are willing to bid a lot for those keywords, so it drives the cost up. So keywords can be a little bit confusing in terms of what you want to pay for a click. But like 24-hour water heater service, that might be a good alternative. It's a third of the price, but it has that really high intent. Like, it's typically going to be more of like an emergency service because they're saying 24-hour. It's usually going to be somebody in the middle of the night wanting help because their water heater's gone out and they need water, hot water to take a shower before work or whatever it is, right? Maybe they're working the night shift. And then this traffic column here, this is showing how much traffic they're actually getting from each of these keywords. So like this one gets 56,000 searches a month. Granted, this is probably nationwide. This is probably a better example. So there's 1,100 searches a month for this keyword plumber Phoenix. And they rank in position number 2 on Google. So from that, they can estimate that they're getting about 241 clicks a month from that specific keyword. The number 1 ranked business for that keyword will get probably double that, so maybe 500 clicks a month, and then it drops off as the position ranking goes down. So like this one has more available search traffic, but they're getting about the same amount of traffic because they're in position 3 instead of position 2. Right? And then of course we can see the page, we can see all sorts of different graphs in terms of when they've been ranking, when it's dropped off, who was ranking when. That's going to be the we can see what different websites are ranking for this keyword and when it was updated. Lots of in-depth information. So that's kind of like the organic keywords. Top pages. How did we even get to that? Oh, I think we clicked on the traffic. So it's going to show us the breakdown of traffic from the actual pages that rank for that set of keywords. These are just basically like sub-pages of this main page here. And so it's going to be able to determine how much traffic, and we can see a nice little graph here of the traffic volume over time, the different keywords that are leading to that traffic, the value of the traffic, etc. Obviously, I don't use this feature nearly as much as the keywords, but paid keywords, similar to organic, it's just we're going to be able to see which ones they're running ads on, and we can actually see the ads that they're running, which is really helpful. So we, maybe we want to install a lot of electric hot water heater systems, so we can take a look, see, okay, they're doing like this $500 off special to get people in the door. Maybe we should do a $600 off special, right? So that's kind of the idea. We want to use this tool to see what our competitors are doing so that we can develop a superior marketing strategy and beat out the competition. Really, that's sort of the idea, right? So again, we're just looking at the keywords here, search volume, keyword difficulty we don't really care about because we're talking about paid traffic here. Cost per click, we can see how much traffic they're getting from organic versus paid. Amount of traffic they're getting, organic traffic, the position that their ad is showing up in, and then the actual landing page that they're sending traffic to. Then we can see the paid pages. So just like we had organic keywords and then organic pages, we have when we're clicking through, so keywords, pages, same thing, right? Now we can see which pages they're running all the traffic to, how much that's costing them, what keywords, on and on and on and on and on, right? And then there's even this keyword explorer tool where we could just put the same thing in, like Phoenix plumber or plumbers, doesn't really matter. Whatever we think is the main keyword, and then it's just going to tell us like what's going on with this keyword. It's 450 searches a month. And then we can see that there's variations of this keyword, other terms people are ranking for. See who's ranked over time in these different keywords, the ads for the different keywords over time. Search engine results page, what that looks like. There's like a people also ask section in here. There's a local pack. You can see who's showing up in the local pack. So this can help, like if you're not sure what keyword to use, you can start here at the Keyword Explorer and then find the main keyword and then go back to Google and see who shows up. Or you can just look at who's actually showing up in the top spots using this tool here. Just kind of personal preference how you want to do that. But that's basically how you would use Ahrefs to do some basic competitor research, niche analysis, figure out what's going on in a specific area on search engines so that you can develop a plan and roll that out and have some results come through without just doing a bunch of guessing and trial and error and wasting a bunch of time, money, and energy. So, hope you found this helpful. If there's anything you did have questions about, don't hesitate to reach out. Just drop your questions in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to get back to them there. If you're like most new business owners, you're probably struggling to get your online presence established, let alone get it to the point where it's bringing you a consistent flow of customers, right? So that's why I created this free course where I actually walk you step by step through the whole process of setting up your online presence. This is the same process we've been using for our clients for over a decade at one of my agencies. And essentially, I'm going to show you how to set up an SEO-friendly business name right from the get-go, how to develop your website really quickly and easily, how to set up your Google Maps listing, start getting some Google reviews, everything you need in order to have a substantial online presence where people can actually start finding you and purchasing your products or services. The best part is I'm going to show you how to do it in under a couple of hours and all for less than 50 bucks. If you're interested, I'll leave a link below where you can get signed up today. Make sure to check this course out for free right now because I'm probably going to start charging for this at some point in the future. All right, I'll see you on the other side.